just say with the same team
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee, and let's just go to Tillman.
Let's go.
The most talkative guy on Twitter right now is saying that they are wide receiver U.
No, I didn't know that. That's dumb. It's a very dumb thing to say.
So, Ryan, give me your take on Tillman.
Well, I have him at 19.
How many receivers?
This is our tier. This is our tier 3. So I'll organize the tier as we go through it.
You watch 20 receivers. He's your 19th.
Yeah.
I need to know your negatives.
Tell me why you have Cedric Tillman where you have him.
He's just a big body receiver, right? So he knows how to use his frame. That's natural from a guy who's, put it up.
It's not though. It's not though, because Johnston does it.
Yeah, 6'3". I have 6'3", 213.
Johnny,
okay.
read my player summary real quick to give Ryan a head start.
He reminds me of Juwan Johnson from Oregon. When I watched Juwan coming out.
But Juwan Johnson is a very good tight end.
Who also just got signed to a 2-year contract.
And what Juwan Johnson was 6'6", right? So he moves like Juwan Johnson, but Juwan Johnson has, another 2-3 inches on this guy?
Maybe. I don't know Juwan
I think
Johnson's
he weighs
height.
more.
What a lucky guy.
Is it possible that this guy could put on maybe a few pounds and translate? Maybe.
Play tight end, you mean?
I think, I don't think that he will do that. I don't think teams will try to do that because, he is 6'3", 213. But
Juwan Johnson's 6'4".
Okay, so
a bench.
So it's possible that they can convert this guy. I did say, I remember talking to my buddies, and I said that Juwan Johnson is going to make one hell of a tight end in the NFL.
So 6'4", 231.
So
Juwan Johnson.
He's not a blocker. He's a big slot. I don't want to call him a tight end. I call him big slots.
Hashtag offended.
So I think that's what Quentin Johnson
All
is.
tight ends should be offended
I think he's
now.
a big slot. I think Quentin
That's
Johnson's a tight end turned wide receiver.
Yep.
So the new tight end position is a slot. It's a big slot.
Pretty
That's
much.
the new tight end position.
Kyle Pitts, same thing.
Oh,
So
Kyle Pitts.
100%.
Gosh dang.
Jury's still out on that kid. I like him still.
He hasn't had quarterback play.
He might.
I'm not.
He's not going to after this year either.
He's got to sell me more. Right?
I don't know.
So
I like Ritter. I don't know. We'll see.
You guys tell me about Tillman. Convince me why Tillman should be higher up on my
Wheeler
board.
doesn't like him
So
either.
go ahead. Read my player summary real quick.
I don't like him.
He is considered a possession receiver with the ability to be a playmaker with the ball in his hands. Thrive on the physical aspect of the game.
Absolutely.
So I think everybody said that his best potential, based on a lot of the articles I was reading, was that when the ball's in his hands is when he's most deadly.
Dude's dirty. I love this guy.
All right, so give it to me.
If he would have been high tier 2 for me if these guys would have allowed it. But I get it. I get it, right? Because he's not a yak guy.
He could be high tier 3 with the potential of being a tier 2.
He
right?
has high. In my opinion, this dude has high potential. He's not a yak guy, so he is a possession guy.
Low floor, high ceiling.
Sure. I mean, at the end of the day, he's going to catch the balls, right?
That's a good way to put it, Johnny.
All the balls.
He's not a burner. He's not going to burn you, right? So that's fine. Right, because if say he puts on 15 pounds and he converts to tight end, he's gonna be a big slot and he's gonna excel there.
CNN, Antonio Brahma.
What?
He's talking to Jimmy in the chat.
He does have good hands. He can drops
big.
can plague him, right? But I don't know a receiver that hasn't had that happen. And if they haven't had it happen, it's going to happen. His contested catch rate was 42.9% in college. He has fantastic body control. He's got great footwork. He worked over Kelly Ringo in a bad way.
Kelly?
Kelly, yeah.
Kingo.
Kelly, K-E-L-E-E.
I thought it was Keely Ringo. Is it
Yeah.
Kelly?
Thought it was.
I think it's
I
Kelly.
thought we were
I don't know.
pronouncing
Anyway,
Kelly.
whatever.
Ringo.
Ringo. You know Ringo.
Well, you said Kelly. I thought it was a whole new person.
Right.
I thought it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
When he plants his foot, he can change direction very well. He does have that ability, but he's not a yak guy. He's not going to be that guy. So he is going to be more of a 2. He's not going to be a 1 in your team, but I do think that he is going to be a red zone monster. I really genuinely do, because he has that quick ability. He's not gonna go anywhere.
He's big.
He's gonna have the yak of like T. Higgins, but he's gonna catch that pass.
I get that, yeah. So
I'm not saying he's I'm not saying he's T. Higgins.
No.
Hold on.
His play is like T. Higgins.
But
Again,
his yak ability and that quick step, real quick, and he can just change direction. He's gonna catch it, and then when we said, when the ball's in his hands, he's gonna do something.
Keep in mind, a comp is a ceiling, not who they are.
I think he can
Just a
be
play, yeah.
T. Higgins-esque.
I could see it.
And I love his
get
size.
it.
That's why I like.
Ryan,
I like
is that
his
a
size.
good enough argument for
I
you?
like a big body receiver. Personally.
No, that's not a good enough argument to move this guy up for you. Like, because you said you didn't like him at all.
Yeah, you hate him.
Well, not
I don't-
hate.
I don't hate him.
Stop using the word hate. He hasn't been
Dislike.
19 out of
Dislike.
40
None of these-
receivers.
Not high
Who's your
These
20th receiver?
receivers-
Who's your 20th receiver?
Look, these receivers we're talking about them because they have NFL ability, right? So
They're the
why would
1% of the
I
1% of the
go,
1%,
I hate
right.
this guy?
hate.
I don't hate any of them.
Yeah.
I think there's potential in every single one of these guys. But where I rank them based on of how I would draft them, I have Cedric Tillman down on my list just because
So where do you have him? Where's
big
your
body
ADP
receivers-
for him?
big body receivers just aren't quite there anymore.
He won't be in the first round.
No, he's not
I
gonna be a
know.
first
No.
round.
He doesn't have the Calvin Johnson athleticism,
So
right?
you say the NFL
He
likes
doesn't
smaller
have-
receivers?
Well,
no, Calvin Johnson.
So Ryan, I said this before
He
you
doesn't
showed up.
have that kind of athleticism.
Mike
for a big
Evans.
guy.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans has athleticism.
Yeah.
So I said earlier to these guys, usually your bigger receivers go in later rounds.
Yeah, Mike Evans is what, 6'5"?
Yeah, Mike Evans.
6'5", yeah, he's huge.
Big boy.
Huge.
And he's like 230
Huge.
too.
But
So
he
like,
can run the route tree.
Yes.
Where Cedric Tillman runs a lot of stops, north routes.
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
he's not going to burn you. Like I said,
no,
he's not going to.
not.
But
4.6 speed. I mean, come on,
4.5.
4.54.
But
That's what
but
they
he
have
ca-
been.
but he
that rounds
can't.
down.
But he
not up.
can't. He can run downfield and he can catch that contested. So
Ryan.
I'm not rounding it.
So he's 4.55.
Whatever.
I'm rounding.
I'll
I'm
give you that.
rounding up.
He's running to the
Is this-
nearest
So you
five.
said he's
Put-
not a
put
good
about-
contested catcher?
Put
He is a
5
good
pounds,
contested
put
catcher.
5 pounds of pads on this guy. and he's running a
42.9%.
4.6.
I'm gonna go with.
You might be right.
I'm gonna go with Ryan. He reminds me of a tight end in the film.
Well, T.
when I
Higgins is
watched
a
him.
tight end too, though. Like,
When I love T. Higgins. I've been high on T.
Yeah,
Higgins.
you've
I mean,
been
he
one of
think
the-
he's the number one in Cincinnati. I might
Look,
get killed for that.
I complimented Juwan Johnson. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't.
No, I'm
I
not
don't
dis- no,
disagree.
I'm not
Juwan Johnson, the
disagreeing.
Saints love the guy.
No.
They just re-signed him. Or
2 years. Yeah.
I
I
Exciting,
just
right?
don't
Yep.
see him as a
Let's-
top
There's
10.
potential.
Here's a reason he's in tier 3 for us. Steve may like
He
him like the way I like
is-
Jalen Hyatt. He
He's
may
8
be
for
high
me.
on him.
So I don't love. He's 8 for me. Oh, you want a biz?
What was that?
All
Ryan?
right, so let's
hold on.
How about
He
this?
wants a beer bong.
So we got enough on Tillman.
I don't know. You.
Stone Cold always.
The one thing
That's all we got.
the one thing I'm happy with Tillman
What is that?
a regular Bush lattes.
guys.
What are you saying, KJ?
The one thing I'm happy with Tillman is the fact that the dude is happy with himself. Okay,
Confidence.
so like I like the confidence in a receiver going to the NFL.
You have to have that.
I
You're
don't
right.
know. I don't
And
know.
I'm
But
okay
not,
with
not
it.
on
I'm
that
okay
level.
with
it.
I don't know.
So here's my-
Vontez Perfect
so-
was very confident too. What'd that get him?
So here's my
Undrafted.
question.
He's a headhunter, so I love it.
So here's my
And I
question.
think he was
It's a dirty
a killer.
dick.
Like
He has 37 catches on the year. Did he play all games, or how many games did he?
So
No,
keep
he
in mind,
had a better
well,
2021
hold on.
season.
Keep
Way
in
better
mind,
2021 season.
And I said this to preface when we talked about wide receivers. A lot of these guys had better 2021 seasons than they did 2022 seasons.
And this is one of those guys.
And this is one of those guys
I'm-
that had a better year before.
I'm just saying it because Jimmy in the comments
He
played
says he
se-
didn't even have 40 catches. How did he have?
Well, so
how is
Jimmy-
he saying that
yeah,
Tennessee is wide receiver?
If I were to preface every single one of these guys, a lot of these guys that are probably going to be drafted in the top like 10 wide receivers, a lot of them had a better year. Like Njigba. Njigba had 5 catches this year.
Yeah.
I can't put up
So-
Njigba's stats because it's garbage.
It's
but
not
if you
great.
look at his previous year, where he put up 1,690 yards or 1,600 yards or whatnot,
So good.
That's where everybody's seeing all of his ability from.
Yeah. So Tillman had probably played in 6 games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this year it was 6 games,
6
and
games
that's
this
why
year.
he's averaging
Okay.
like 4 yards or whatever. Or
11.3
4 catches.
average yards per reception.
But I think it's
3
like
touchdowns.
6.2 catches per game or something like that.
Yeah, 6.2
So-
receptions a game, 37
Yeah.
completions.
So let's move on to the next guy, and this one I think you all
Rasheed.
went from great to woo dropping, which
Rasheed
was Rasheed Rice. Ryan, I think you liked him going into the
I did.
Pro Bowl, right?
He
Or
buttons
not
up
the, not the Pro Bowl, into the Senior Bowl,
Senior
and
Bowl.
then after the Senior Bowl, he started
No.
sliding.
he
off for
buttons
you.
up his top button on a polo.
So tell me, he might have
The
been
boy went to
golfing that day.
Stanford.
So tell me what your thoughts are here, Ryan, on Rasheed.
I don't know. So
Oh man.
smaller school guy.
Hates
You know,
him.
I like this. I like the size. 6'2", 208.
That's the average size of a good wide receiver.
6'2", 203, right?
No,
Like,
no,
he's
he's
6'1". I'm
Oh,
sorry.
is he 6'1"?
I have before combine measurements. Combine.
That is combine
You're
measurement.
welcome, Jimmy.
Yeah, he did.
6'1", 204.
Okay, so 6'1", 204, 4.5 speed. It's a little slower than I wanted, right? So I
lot slower.
comped him to Denzel Mims. He tends to, like, lets the ball come to his body. I like at the NFL level, you need to catch the ball with your hands. And when we had that at the Senior Bowl, he lacked separation. He lacked. See, it says short area quickness. I just didn't see that at the Senior Bowl. He just the lack of his ability to get off the line.
So
He's kind of raw.
Well, so his 10
He's
yards.
a
little
raw
raw.
talent.
Go ahead,
He is a
Johnny.
raw
So with
talent.
his 10-yard split being 1.49, he's quick off the ball. So he's pretty much like a red zone tight end.
Yeah,
So
they used him. They used him a lot in the red zone. That's one of my highs on him. Is
like
he's
how
a
he
huge
picked-
red
Hold
zone
on.
threat.
I like how
Hold
he
on.
picked that up.
Are we just gonna keep calling our receivers that we don't like
No,
tight ends?
I'm not
No,
calling
we
it tight
kept
end.
saying tight end comparison last week.
So
or
if you
what?
look at what I said, look
Just
at what I
lazy.
said. Go ahead, Johnny. No, read what I said.
Tight end doesn't exist anymore.
So
let's
he
be
says
honest.
he plays like a tight
I
end with
agree.
the abilities of a wide receiver, short area quickness with a 1.49 10-yard split, meaning he's capable of getting off the line quick.
So like I
So-
said, he plays like a tight end.
And his vertical is 41 inches.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a.
He's a big body. He knows how to use his
41.
body.
That's
why
Right.
big.
He's a
I
screen
comped him
red
to-
zone guy.
I comped him to Denzel Mims.
But that's why I
don't
say
like
he's
that
gonna
comp.
he's a red zone threat
I
because
don't know.
he's quick off the line. All he's got to do is a quick burst
Hey,
out corner route.
Everyone was high on Denzel Mims
coming out of the
college.
draft. Yes, they were.
You know what's crazy?
they
So
were.
So
and he's been horrible.
Draft Network comped
Well-
him to Chris Godwin, and when I saw that, because I love Chris Godwin. I love Chris Godwin. I saw that comp and I'm like, nah, man, that ain't it.
so that
And
that's
keep in
saying
mind
the ceiling, right?
Well, keep
Is that
in
a
mind.
ceiling? I hope that's a ceiling.
Well, I think
I
a
don't
lot
see
of
it.
I think the NFL Draft Buzz. I think when they do comps, I think it's based. on
no,
their-
that was Draft Network.
Oh, that was draft. I thought that was Draft Buzz.
No,
oh, that was,
So-
I take the
I'll
comp to
take
see.
I'll take my statement back because I think NFL Draft Buzz when they comp, it's based on college production, not based on NFL production.
So NFL.com prospects has Godwin at 6'1", 209. Arm is 31 and 5/8 inches. Hand is 9
That's
and
why
1/8
they're
inches.
comping his measurables. They're not
Right.
comping his play style.
40 yard is 4.42. 10 yard splits 1.49. Vertical is 36
Yeah.
inches. Broad jumps 10 feet 6 inches.
Yeah, they're comping his measurables, not his play style.
Bench,
Yeah, that's
bench press
poor.
was
You
19
can't do
reps.
that.
No, when you look at the actual, when they do the draft combine, they just type in his measurables and they see what the production is.
I
coming
hate
out.
that.
That's what we were just talking about
Yeah.
earlier. They
I
go,
hate
they're
that.
just sitting there. They look at the measurables, and that's what they
That's
go
so-
off of with
Yeah.
Quinn Johnson
which
as
is
well.
why
So
I
here's
like
the-
what we do
and
better.
Zay.
I
But-
like what we do
because
better
we watched
for
the
the record.
film.
Yeah.
But his
We
grade was
watched
a
film.
6.2, and they said he will eventually be average starter.
No.
All right. So,
What's average,
Steve,
though?
give me
Right.
your Rasheed Rice take. Come on.
So, I don't hate this guy, but I don't love him. I like the name coming out, right? Wheeler and I we joke about it all the time. Players live and die in their name, especially coming out of the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, you have guys changing their name legally so that it kind of flashes on you.
Chosen.
Chosen
Which he was
sauce.
not.
I mean, you have guys that
Tank.
Tank. I think that's still a nickname, but
want-
his contested catch rate last year is 48.5%. That's good. That's pretty good. When you got to jump like that, and you have decent hands, I did see, the ball does come into his body too much. If he can trust his hands, he could be a red zone monster with a vertical like that.
You got to use your hands, not your body. I agree.
I agree. He has decent separation in the games I watched. I didn't refer to the Senior Bowl. But one of the big positives is he does play larger than his size. So he plays even bigger than what he is. He'll run right into you. He's not afraid of contact, in my opinion. But his route tree is limited.
Abysmal.
It's
Yeah.
Wheels, you got anything else to
it's
say?
ass.
So from what I saw from him, they use him a lot in the red zone, and I think that is where he gets that body catch, is because you catch it into your body, you only need one foot in. I think that's where I guess you can say he's kind of lazy. He doesn't rely on his hands. He relies on his body to catch it because of the contact happening in the red zone. And I don't know if that's him fearing that he can't catch the ball out of contest, and if he doesn't have strong enough hands to hold on to the ball when he's getting hit from behind or wherever. And I think he's relying on his his forearms and his body to do it for him. And that worries me with his confidence as a wide receiver over the rest of the field.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll move on to the next one. Rashee Rice has fallen down on the draft board for, I think, a lot of people, especially just talking to us.
Yeah.
We have him dropping a good amount. Sorry, I was covering my mic. I was like, wait, why did my sound so weird? Let's move on to wheels this guy, Perry.
Oh,
A.T.
Jesus.
Perry out of Wake Forest.
Yeah, let's move on.
Hey, I'm
to
gonna get
A.T.
dragged
Perry.
for him. I have him
So
in
go
top
for
10.
it. Give me your take.
He's your top 10.
He has him in his top 10. Go for your
Yes, I
take.
do.
Which, to be honest, we're only at like 12 guys right now.
Oh,
So
for real?
The dude
Yeah.
is a physical monster.
Oh, he's 11 for me,
all
so I
over
can't
the
talk
field.
much.
He. Okay, I thought you were talking. His ball tracking.
sorry.
His ball tracking ability is next level. I think he's
Next
top,
level.
I think he's top of the class. He constantly. This happens with a lot of guys. He catches in stride. He doesn't create the biggest separation for me. All over the field,
that's how it's spelled.
Whatever.
but he's able to go
Whatever.
up and get a contested ball. He's a strong physical player. He's not going to be shifty and outmaneuver a guy. He runs through him.
Okay. All right. So, what is? Give me two things that you think are going to set him up. So like ball tracking. You love his ball tracking
Yes.
downfield.
He doesn't have to turn his hips and put himself out of position for his route to get the ball in.
I agree. I also think, from what I saw, he was constantly underthrown.
but
But because I was gonna say it was a negative, he catches the ball with his body. In my opinion, he didn't have a choice on a lot of those deep
and
routes.
a lot of that comes to quarterback play, which I think again is
atrocious.
why this guy is kind of low. I know
So
Ryan dislikes him to a point.
you know why I don't
Take
like
care,
him.
Jimmy.
Bye, G. You know why I don't like him? I mean, like I do because I do think that
He's
he has-
older too.
He's 23. He has skill set, right? He is what 6'3"?
Yeah,
6'3.5".
6'3.5",
198.
198.
I love that size. You want to know why I love that size? Because he can run pretty decently.
4.47.
You can go over the
4.47
middle and take a hit.
But I never really saw him take a hit low. It was all go balls.
Yep.
So his route tree is.
The dude's I don't know. He's just a physical monster.
Small
But
route
if you're gonna
From what I
if you're
saw.
gonna ask me if I want him or Anthony Schwartz on the Browns, I'll take this guy
Yeah,
with decent hands. He can track the ball well,
he's not afraid of contact.
and he's not. No, he's not.
he's not afraid of contact
At
at all.
6'3", almost 200 pounds. Yeah, okay. that's-
I would take anyone over Anthony Schwartz.
Jesus Christ. You know what I was saying.
I'd play for Anthony Schwartz. At least I
As
don't
long-
care to get
I mean,
hit.
he's
I
strong.
don't die,
I
but
don't care how slow they are, as long as they got hands.
Strong-
I'd take him over Schwartz.
Strong hands, strong to contest a catch. He's a viable option deep, but I don't think that he has that stop and comeback that a lot of other guys do.
no, that's why I said he's not one of those guys that's gonna stop a route, make a guy miss, and create.
Yeah.
He's another T. Higgins type, and I know we keep using that.
No,
but he's
not a
just
T. Higgins type.
I don't.
Not at all.
I don't know.
That's not that. You just. I think you just stuck on T. He's not T.
Yeah,
And
he's not T.
I don't even need to see his film to know he's not T. Higgins.
have you even watched him?
So
What did I just say?
Uh-oh.
A.T. Perry.
Okay, then don't judge a guy if you haven't watched him.
Yeah, he's not T. Higgins
So
at all.
A.T. Perry for me is a project, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's where
he's extremely raw in receive. He uses his size to make plays.
yeah, he's physical.
And in
that's
the
what I was saying.
NFL, that's not going to work. So,
Everybody's as big as you.
yes, you got to like I always say it's the funnel effect, right? The better players get to the show.
Well, how's Macho Man say? He says, "The cream."
The cream always rises to the top.
That's right.
So A.T. Perry
That's right.
for me is a project receiver. A J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is my comp.
Yeah,
for this.
there's a reason I have him as a 10 is
So-
because he's, like you said, he's a project. That's how we
He
are
has-
rating guys as
he has
project
talent.
starter.
He has talent. You know, he's from Wake, who, abysmal quarterback play.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't great.
He does come back to the ball nice. He runs a nice stop route,
Yes.
but that's because he
Okay,
has
so
that
I
ability to
didn't
take
see
you up
that in the
top.
games I watched. All right, that's fair. That's fair. I
So
missed it.
He does come back to the ball well. He has strong, big hands because he's a big receiver.
He does have strong
Another
hands.
guy, like I said, I wouldn't mind moving into play a big slot. You can move to the outside when you need him
Yes.
to create mismatch. Say you need 10 yards and you're running that little post corner route that you need a touchdown for when you're on the 5-yard line. This is the guy you want to throw to because he has a 35-inch vert at 6'3.5". I mean, that's big.
I mean, look at his 40 is not terrible too.
I mean,
4.47 for a 6'3.5",
yeah.
almost 200 pounds.
That's
or
not
200
bad.
pounds.
So let's just say I don't know the Cincinnati Bengals come up to him and go, hey, how do you feel about adding another 20 pounds and playing tight end for us?
Well,
Do you think A.T. Perry is going?
Didn't they just?
I
sign
don't think
Hayden
nobody's
Hurst?
going to say no. I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to say no. He wants the
signed who?
opportunity.
Hayden,
Hayden Hurst?
I don't know if they signed Hayden Hurst.
I mean,
Yeah, but I'll take. I mean, I don't know if this kid can go in and, like he said, gain
was an
20
example.
pounds and
I mean, you
be a
can.
physical
In my
threat.
opinion, you can draft A.T. Perry in like the 5th round.
no.
I get
And not in your
it.
opinion.
I get it.
Not in your
I get
opinion,
it.
but I think 4th, 5th round, A.T. Perry's there.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I have him as 10, so he's probably late 3rd, early 4th for me out of these guys because they're so out of this draft class.
I lied.
How many guys do you think are going to be drafted in the first?
How many
Three.
wide receivers?
Yeah,
I think
three,
3. Just
3 or 4.
3
okay,
just because
so,
of I had the
and what were we saying about wide receivers? Or no, it was
tag
quarterbacks.
comp. Look.
5.
This is why right here.
Yeah.
It's the
19,
what,
I mean,
second,
$20 million.
third highest, 4th highest.
So you want your value. He's a value pick, is what you're saying.
They're the 3rd highest position paid.
Yeah. So he's a value pick.
Yeah.
So A.T. Perry and T actually isn't too far off from what I can get, again, from NFL.com's prospects. Perry is, well, here, I'll pull it back up.
They're all you want. He's not T.
I'm not
Don't-
saying that
I'm
he is,
just
but I'm
saying
just
you
saying,
can't- you can't diss a
looking
guy
body-wise, T's 6'4", 216 with a 34 1/8 arm inch and 9 1/4 inch hand. Now T didn't run or anything at the combine, so
He runs like a 4.6.
I don't know. So 4.6, 4.7.
Oh,
you know,
man.
4.6.
No, he runs like a
4.60.
4.6.
So
He is
Perry
not
is
fast.
So Perry is slow or faster. And Perry, his 1.59 10-yard split, and
But
then his vertical and his
We're
broad.
arguing about a guy, right, that probably is going to get drafted in the 4th or 5th round.
As you see, yeah, like I said, he's late 3rd, early 4th.
I think he's a good. I think.
But
I
there's
think
value all over the draft for this position, 100%.
So here's my thing, right? And we had this. Tight end is deep, right? We think
Yeah.
tight end
That's
is
what
deep
she
in this
said.
draft. But here's the other
Yeah, I agree.
fun argument, right? Is a lot of these wide receivers
Are
play
tight
like
ends.
tight ends,
That's
but
why-
are too
I
small
hear what
to
you said.
be tight ends.
That's
So
why I
that's
said
what
that
she said.
in the next 5 years, the tight end position is going to be a big slot, like we've been saying.
Yep, it's changing the game a little
Yeah.
bit. So
I don't. There's not much blocking tight ends.
So I'm
anymore.
gonna move
you
on
you
from-
have a tight end for blocking for the run,
I'll-
but your vertical guy, your offensive threat tight end, he's not a good blocker. There's not many anymore.
I want to move on from
That are
A.T.
under the age of
Perry.
25.
I don't have any negatives personally against Perry. I think I told you the film. I didn't
just not
watch any
T.
film on A.T. Perry. I just based on his measurables, based on his quality, and based on what I've read on him, he's not T. Higgins in my mind.
No,
okay?
I'm not. I'm just saying
So,
play wise is all I
but
was saying.
Let's move on from A.T. Perry. Let's go to Marvin Mims.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Steve, talk to me about Mims.
I don't like Mims. I didn't
Well,
care.
talk
for
to me
him.
about it.
He is
Even if
fast.
you got negatives.
I will say the dude's fast. Dude can fly. He ran a 4.38 at combine. That's stupid. He's got a good vert. I mean, what I do like are his contested catch rate. You know, a 54.5%. That's good. That's really, really, really good. He's got good hands. He's what I called a deep ball guru.
You talked about his contested catches.
He's got
and
a
all
lot
that
to
stuff.
like, and then he does. Is he small?
Limited route tree guy,
Kinda.
right?
He is a limited route tree guy. Yeah, I mean,
Just go long, catch the ball.
the quarterback play, I did not like it. I thought the quarterback play really held him back personally. And he lacks the size and strength to get through press coverage, like aggressive press coverage, and that was in college.
So he struggles on press.
In my opinion.
Acrobatic catcher, right?
He's
Downfield,
talented. He's fast. He
acrobatic.
can fly. But
I mean,
he's a deep ball guy. I saw
look
a
at
lot
his
of deep
average
ball
yards
stuff.
per reception is 20. That just shows, like
He's
you said,
a
he's a
deep ball
deep
guy.
ball. He's go
Yes.
deep, catch ball.
Dude reminds me of like
At 4.38, I mean, okay.
Wouldn't
Anthony
this be your
Schwartz.
Deshaun Jackson comp?
no.
This would be my Sky Moore comp.
Oh shit!
Well, we don't
Okay.
know what Sky Moore's capable of in the NFL. So, like,
So-
if I had to compare him to an NFL guy, who would I comp him to?
So because of size, I comped him to a Jalen Rager. Right.
Oh,
Jalen Reagor,
okay,
yeah.
I can see that.
His ability to catch the ball, his catch radius, like
It's
you said,
better.
high point of ball,
It's
right?
better.
He reminds me a lot of what Doug Baldwin and Golden Tate used to be able to
Golden
do
Tate.
when
Golden
they go
Tate.
down the field.
But
So
Golden
I
Tate
don't
was
hate
what,
that.
6'1",
That's a
6'2"?
good comp.
I wrote Jalen Rager just because of his size and his measurables, right? Because if you look at the measurables, you're like, wow, that looks exactly like Jalen Rager. 4.38 speed, 5'11", 180 pounds.
But Tate
Everyone's
was
like,
quick.
oh, Jalen Rager, oh, he's going to be so good. Well, he lacks that. What's Jalen Rager's lack of ability?
He can't catch the
Everything
ball.
catches the ball through the chest.
You know what the
Rager's,
best hands.
Rager's 23 pounds more.
This guy can catch with the hands.
Yes, you can.
You know what the best thing about Jalen Reagor is too?
No.
The Eagles took him, and JJ was still on the board, and the Vikings took him.
Yep.
Damn.
How did this thing that just the Eagles missed on
Dirty.
JJ RC or Whiteside, Jalen Rager. I think Jalen Rager is a Viking too.
You know, Ryan, I like that Golden Tate, though.
shit, he might be.
Because 5'10", 197.
Yeah, he just reminds me of the
Yeah.
way I remember watching Golden Tate, the way he can get up and jump and go make plays on a ball. You know,
But
back
he was-
shoulder,
he's
whatever
physical.
it is.
Golden
Very
Tate's
physical,
issue
yeah.
was he was so like, he was all great or all bad. He was 50-50.
Yeah.
What day did you get Golden Tate? So
He was inconsistent.
yeah. So that's how you guys feel about Mims. I mean,
Yep.
pure athlete, and I mean he's a really good athlete in my mind. Let's move on to, because these are all tier 3 guys. These are guys we're seeing going possibly late 3rd at the highest and probably 4th, 5th. Talk about Mingo for me, Steve. There's another guy you probably aren't high on, or
I was low on him, but I do like his size. I love his size.
Who's
That's-
your comp? I want to know the comp.
I don't have a comp. 'Cause
Steve
I
doesn't
I
pick
didn't
comps.
I don't comp anybody. I watch what I watch and then I give
Okay.
you what I say. But NFL Draft Buzz had a comp,
Oh God.
and it was to Deebo Samuel.
who was the guy that
Yes.
the Browns traded?
Just because
was
the
it
big
Watson?
frame.
Ben Watson.
It's the big frame.
Ben
Wait,
Watson.
what?
It is the big frame.
Again, tight end.
So running a
These are all
4.46,
tight ends in my
that's
mind.
good. That's
Look.
pretty good at that size. I mean I like that. I like that speed. His contested catch rate was good. His ball tracking's good. He's a tight end. He's another tight end. His ball tracking's good. He can
That
be
hurts
utilized
my
all
soul
over the
here.
field. However,
I love the Debo Samuels coming out of college.
the screen
and
game.
I'm not high on this dude.
No, I'm not high on him either. His screen game is seemingly what he's used for. So I don't know if they didn't use him well or if that's all he's good at. They did show. I mean, Ole Miss showed trust in him and in his yak.
He's a deep.
That's what I saw.
He can kind of do it all. That's what Ole Miss did. is
They put him all over the field
because
now,
he is big body, big frame.
yeah.
They know that he's not afraid to take a hit because he
He's
can take
strong
He
too.
can- he can, yeah.
He does not get taken down easily.
Now I will say that it was hard to watch this tape.
a hit. He didn't make a lot. Like in the screen game, he didn't make a lot of people miss tackles. Right? It looked like he kind of almost ran into tackles
Yeah.
to try to just run them over.
Yeah.
Instead of making an arm tackle miss, he let the arm tackle kind of slow him down a little
Yeah.
bit by running more into the guy
Yeah.
instead of evading the tackle.
Yeah, it seemed
Right.
like it was either deep balls or screens. There wasn't a lot of middle. Watching his tape was very difficult
So-
because Jackson Dart is fucking dog shit. the dude's trash.
I know.
Dude is hard to watch.
I mean,
So-
Elijah Moore got drafted high.
You
Do
might like
think
my
this
comp
guy-
then, Steve.
Go ahead.
I want to hear that comp.
Allen Robinson.
Oh shit, buddy.
For Jonathan Mingo,
Yeah. I could see potential.
he's got
in
good
this
pop
guy.
ability.
Yeah, I could see the
Yeah.
potential. And don't get it
All right,
twisted.
I
Allen
mean-
Robinson had some pretty good years with Jacksonville,
I mean,
Up until the
yes, he
injuries
did. Yes,
started
he did.
hitting
Yes, he
him.
did.
right? Blake Bortles and him had a little thing going for a little
I
bit.
mean, yeah, lacking QB play. Yeah.
Yep.
So here's Robinson's comparison: 6'2", 220, 32-inch arms, compared to 32 and an eighth. Hands are 9.5 inches for Robinson compared to 10 and 3/8 for Mingo. 4.6 40 with a 1.6 10-yard split for Robinson, with a 4.46
Robinson was not fast.
and 1.54 for Mingo. 39-inch vertical to 39.5. Broad jump was 10.7 for Robinson
Hey,
compared to 10.
If
feet,
Jonathan
9
Mingo
inches.
can play and live in the league like Allen Robinson did, I think he'd be pretty damn happy with that.
I think so too.
He has a high motor too, like
Yeah.
Allen Robinson had coming out.
He's not afraid to play football.
No,
No, he's not. I agree with that.
he's there for it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Would
If
you
take
would you
Bubbles-
want
if you take
Baltimore to?
Bubbles- yeah, I would take Jonathan.
I'm saying
Really?
Allen Robinson because he's also they're trying to the Rams are trying to
No,
shop
I'm not
him.
trading for Allen Robinson.
No, no.
All right.
All right,
Wheels, you have
but you would
anything
take Mingo.
on, Wheels, you have anything
Yeah.
on Mingo? But yeah, you go age
fourth round.
over. Yeah.
I mean,
I have,
like I said,
I have
he's
Mingo at 13.
he's got a high motor, does not get taken down easily. Another guy who has good ball tracking. He has a good stop-start ability across the field, from what I've seen. I watched the Vandy game, Vanderbilt
So you
versus
guys
Ole
are
Miss.
higher on Mingo than I realized.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
mean, even though he's
I mean-
he's 13th for me, there's a lot of guys in this draft class I like.
So the two big comparisons with Robinson and Debo, they both went. Robinson was second round, 29th pick in the second, and Debo was the fourth pick in the second. Do you see him being a second round pick, or do you see him being later?
I think he's more raw personally.
Yeah,
He's a later pick.
he's unpolished.
I'm just saying, just because
I would say
of the
like
comps.
late 4th, early 5th,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I got him.
personally.
So let's move on to the next
That's
guy.
teriyaki.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
teriyaki.
Let's move on to the next guy.
Cooking up the Chinese.
Lunch is
Wait a minute.
served.
Tyler
Haven't heard of him in a
Scott.
while.
Tyler Scott, guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
stick it.
buzz. I know we're not a Brown show. We're got it based at Cleveland, but there's a lot of buzz around.
Was
He
anybody
wants
else-
to play in Cleveland.
Were you
that what he
disappointed
said?
in that 40 time?
Yes.
Yeah.
For his size.
I
Coming
wanted
from-
that 4.35. So
I
He
mean-
needs to be in the 4.3s for that size.
So pre-combine it was 4.29 was his given 40.
Yeah.
And then after combine it was
but I
4.44.
felt like
Man.
and I tweeted something about this on Twitter. I think it was the Billy M. I'm like, was it me or because I was sitting there at my at the hotel in Kentucky with a stopwatch and my phone watching the combine. I would stopwatch these guys.
So
And
they
it felt like a lot of these guys were running way faster.
they actually said there was something wrong with the clock.
Yeah, they
See,
did.
and I feel like
Continued
this is
after the line.
every single year.
But
Why can't they get it correct?
I think you guys are seeing something on camera that's recording differently. I just don't think it's boom boom.
So
on
maybe.
the actual
there's also
video.
a lot of these wide receivers coming out is they're not super fast off the line, but they gain speed the farther they run. Their stride, just a lot of these taller guys, their stride alone makes them look faster because of how long their legs
Yeah.
are. Quentin Johnston,
Look, he's a 4.4
Jalen
guy,
Hyatt,
right?
yeah.
I think he's
Maybe
faster
this
than
guy
that,
is
but-
supposed to be what everybody thought. Whatchamacallit was supposed to be.
Anthony Schwartz.
Anthony Schwartz supposed to be. He wants to be a Brown,
man.
but I have him as a 5th.
He's from Norton, Ohio, which is
Yeah,
right
he's-
outside. of
He
Akron.
wants to. He's
Hey,
been a.
Wait,
This
he
kid-
wants
this
to come to
kid's-
Cleveland.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
was a running.
playmaker.
Yeah, he's a running back turned wide receiver.
He's a playmaker, and I think a lot of teams might reach up in the draft, like second round.
Yeah, I think
That's
he's.
a small running back.
Wow.
Yeah, he was running back
That's,
turned wide
that's an
receiver.
average running back, just with lightweight.
He's
That's what I'm
another.
saying, that-
I think
yeah.
he can be another special teams guy, punt returner, kick returner.
Well, that's why I asked the question earlier with Josh Downs
Yeah.
because of the
value.
the value for where you're probably going to get a guy.
Because you
like
can
that.
play in multiple positions. I think this is
who would
another
you
guy.
take in Cleveland?
Tyler
or Josh
Scott all
Downs?
day.
So why do you have Josh Downs higher?
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Because
Oh, I'm
of the
sorry. I
fit.
thought you said Anthony
Because of the
Schwartz. I'm
fit,
sorry. No, I
right?
think Josh
No,
Downs.
Do you
Sorry,
take Josh Downs or Tyler Scott? Like
Josh Downs,
For who?
the
for,
Browns.
for Cleveland.
Tyler
Yeah.
Scott.
Oh, here. Hold on. So
I'm sorry, I thought you said
so
Anthony
his
Schwartz.
draft network comp, okay, because I like comparing these because they're funny. Was Tyler Lockett, and I
Same.
thought is it really?
I have the same thing. Literally,
see,
look.
See now they had the same for Zay Flowers,
He reminded me of Tyler
but
Lockett.
Tyler Scott's he's graded higher than Flowers by Draft Network
So why do we not have Tyler
And higher
Scott
than
higher
Tyler
on this
Lockett.
board?
He's 15th for me.
because he struggles breaking
He's
tackles.
15th as well.
He can't catch in traffic, and he's a non-factor.
He
in
plays
blocking.
to his size.
Yeah,
is what
because
hurts
he's-
him.
he's
Unlike Zay
one-dimensional.
Flowers. Zay Flowers
I'd say,
plays bigger
I just need to know
than
you
what
guys.
he looks like.
So you guys have Josh Downs
He is-
so much higher
he
than
is-
him, but you guys have his this
Because-
guy's ceiling.
I like Josh Downs'
You
hands
guys
better.
have this guy's ceiling higher than Josh Downs.
Because,
Oh,
listen,
that's not what I said.
Josh Downs offers more on the field than a Tyler Scott does.
Yeah, I agree.
You can keep Josh Downs on there to help you move the chains, move the football, right?
Yeah,
Tyler
Tyler's-
Scott's more of the guy that, dude, it's 3rd and 37, or we need a long
Get some
touchdown
yards.
here, or it's 1st down and 1st and 5, we just got him to jump off sides. Let's take a shot here. Tyler Scott, you're in.
You create schemes for him.
Yes,
Right.
he's
a
that
scheme guy.
He's the guy that's going to stretch the field to help your
So-
Josh Downs get open.
So
right?
he's not as
He's not a
you
gadget
can't
player.
utilize him as much as you can Downs.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
That's my
so you don't
opinion.
see as much value in that situation.
And I think that we agree.
Yes,
Right?
I agree
He's
with
more
that.
of
Yes.
a one-dimensional player.
all right.
Yeah,
So
in my opinion.
that's
That's
not your
why
opinion?
he's so low
Okay.
for me.
So let's jump into one other guy, and like I said, this guy, I love his picture, Andrea Iosivas. How do you guys feel about this gentleman out of Princeton?
Princeton, baby.
Ivy League.
Someone give me something here because I don't know what to take on this guy. Give me it, Wheels. See what you got.
So what I have written down for him is he's good off the line speed mixed with good route running ability and good finesse across the middle. From what I've seen with him, I watched. I guess Princeton versus Cornell. I mean, take that with what you may. I mean, it's
Cornell and Harvard.
It's an
like
Ivy
that.
League freaking
Yeah.
football.
All right,
I mean,
Steve, give me your takeaways from him.
I liked his hands. He's got good route running. He catches a nice.
I'm mad. I don't know this guy.
Oh really?
you know,
he has a nice mix of
That's saying
shorter
a lot.
routes, screens, and deep routes.
He's
He's-
doing research right
he
now.
looks like a pop singer. Look at his
I
look.
wanna
He
know.
looks
I
like
wanna
he
see
looks
it.
like Michael Jackson, like
This is
86,
funny.
with that
Is
little
that
hair in
an
his
A?
face.
He looks like a pop singer.
Is
Yeah.
it Iosivas?
It's
Iosivas.
Iosivas.
Yes.
It
He-
sounds like Push Me Kurovats.
Apparently, he's,
Pushing my good.
apparently he's Hawaiian.
He
Hawaii.
is.
Yes.
Wow.
He's from Honolulu.
Pushing my good.
I think.
Let's see. Ooh,
He
senior ball. So he's older. Well, how old is he? 23?
23.
Probably
Yep.
24
he's
by the
23.
draft, right?
Yes.
Or
He-
season start.
He was a go-to guy for that offense. They really liked him.
We don't watch highlights in this house.
He also started. He also started later. Like he
Okay,
didn't.
Brandon.
He didn't come into the league until I think he was 21. I think he started later.
Why,
That I didn't
Brandon say
know.
that?
Yeah.
He needs to use his
I
hands
respect
more
him for
often.
that.
He catches with his body too much, but when he does catch with his hands, he's exceptional at it. He's very good. He does have good hands when he uses them. Good route running, good body control.
Now is this like a Tyson
much on this
Bagent
kid.
argument because he played in the FCS?
Now
Like-
I did point out that it might be poor ball placement from quarterback as a
Princeton, pretty sure.
body. Well, yeah, you don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't go to Princeton. I ain't smart. Okay, but I don't hate him. I like his size. I would really
He's
like
he
to,
was
if
6'3", 220 or something like that. He's up
6'3",
6'3".
200.
205, 4'4'3" unofficial.
You guys
That's
love
pretty
big
good.
frame receivers.
I
don't
do.
you?
I like big
I
guys.
do.
I like guys
I
who
got
go
a
up
weak
and get
spot.
it.
That's what she said.
Oh,
I need a big boy.
All right,
I need
so,
a big boy.
well, I guess Ryan will be fun to talk about on the big board day for Iosivas because he'll have some research to do. Give me one other guy
Because of this?
we can talk about is Dontavian Wicks.
No, I don't have anything on.
I don't have him.
Nobody does.
Do you guys have anything on Elijah Higgins?
No.
Not much. I just comped
No.
him to Darren Waller.
Oh man. Lot of
Injury
tight ends.
prone.
Lot of tight ends.
So I think that's kind of all we got.
Yeah.
I mean that's our tier 3. Everybody else for us is late tier 3,
like
tier
this is a
4,
highlight.
and we'll probably. I mean, there's like 40 receivers
deep
that could
balls
be
so
taken
far.
in this draft
Wow,
for all we
nice.
know.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
came back with the
receiver
ball.
is such a
That was
deep
nice.
position.
But he caught it like this.
So let me
like
rank
this.
these tier 3 guys really quick. I think based on what I
good
was
route.
seeing from everybody, you guys would probably have Tyler Scott towards the top of your tier 3.
Yeah.
And then I think
yeah.
Cedric Tillman would be next, and then I think
Hold on.
Jonathan
Did you see
Mingo.
that?
That'd be
Look at
Tillman
this.
and
Look
then-
at this.
for me
Look at this
anyway.
quarterback movement on this play.
I think Mingo
This is
would
fun,
probably be
right? Here's a
third.
breakdown.
Yeah.
Tier
Watch what
3.
the quarterback
agree.
does.
So Scott,
This is easy.
Tillman,
Yeah.
Mingo.
Scott Tillman,
Who did that
Mingo,
look like?
and
Hold
then
on.
I think
Who did that fucking
I
look
think
like?
Rasheed Rice
Who
was
did that
falling down the
look like?
boards. I think he'd be at 4.
If you get the, if you,
Oh,
we are
man.
linked
And then
together.
I think A.T.
If you tell
Perry,
me who
because
that
you guys
looked
didn't
like.
have like
Ryan.
negatives too much
I'm
for
sorry.
A.T. Perry.
You're-
You guys had a lot of positives for A.T. Perry. You just said he was
He's all right.
raw.
He is raw.
So I think A.T. Perry would be 5 for us.
Should step up the shoulder, the pad
I
level.
think after that, it would have to go
Yep.
Mims.
Kept his.
Yeah, I mean,
down.
yeah.
Mims, then
Made the throw.
Iosivas, I think, right?
Right, because Iosivas is so. It's
We don't know,
unsure.
and we all don't know who he's played.
He's
either.
falling in love with the
So-
Iosivas over
So
here.
Really?
Iosivas.
liking
And
him.
then
I'm
I
just
think
down.
that would be it for our tier 3. I think Dontavian Wicks will move to the next tier. So I think that'll be it for tier 3.
We off.